everyone. Thank you for tuning in to TexansUnited.com. You're visiting our cooking segment and you are watching Too Busy to Be from Scratch. Today I'm going to make a cream cheese stuffed chicken breast for you. What you'll need are 2 chicken breasts, some cream cheese at room temperature, softened and ready to go, a little bit of olive oil spray, garlic powder, salt and pepper, and I got my basil from a local organic farmer here in town. His name is Ty. And you'll also need some bamboo skewers that have been soaked in water. And in addition to that, I have my oven preheating at 350 degrees. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my meat press and I'm just going to kind of pound out my chicken breasts, flatten them out to where they're a little bit thinner and can be rolled much easier. Go ahead and really kind of work on them pretty good because they'll shrinken back up during the cooking process. And make sure that you do both sides. And this will also make sure that all of the gooey cream cheese filling gets down in those crevices and really seasons and flavors your chicken breast. Okay, now that we have those pounded out, we're going to work with our filling. I have 1 8-ounce package of softened cream cheese. I just let it set at room temperature for about 45 minutes before I started cooking. And I'm just going to open this up and put it in my bowl. And I am going to work on seasoning. I'm going to start off with a little bit of basil. Again, this is fresh dried basil. It's organic. And I'm just going to sprinkle some of that on there. I usually don't measure when I cook, so I'm definitely one of those a pinch here, smidgen here type of cooks. And I'm just going to crack some fresh ground pepper on there, followed by a little bit of sea salt. And then I'm going to finish up with some garlic powder. Now I'm going to work all of those flavors into my cream cheese and make sure that everything is blended in together. You really want to work on this for a while because nobody likes to get a big bite of salt or basil. So it's nice to have everything mixed in really well. Okay, now that I have my cream cheese good and mixed up, it's very, very simple. And just in case you're running late or you're working late and you still want to make this, Philadelphia makes flavored cream cheese with like garlic and herb and stuff like that. And I have substituted those out whenever I don't have time to soften my cream cheese and season it and all that stuff. So there's lots of options with this dish. And as you can see, I'm just coating the inside of the chicken breast. And you don't have to worry, you know, with how much or how little you're putting it in there. I just like to go ahead and cover the chicken breast. And if it runs out, it runs out. Not a big deal. Okay, now that I have both of these coated, I'm simply going to take the skinny end of the chicken breast, tuck it into the cream cheese, and I go ahead and stab mine down in with the bamboo skewer, and then you're simply just going to roll it up. And it can get kind of hard and tricky, but you just kind of have to work with it. And you want to roll it up kind of like a taco. And then you're going to take your bamboo skewers and you're just going to thread them through the chicken breast. And I usually do mine in an X shape. And I've found that it just kind of helps hold them upright a little better. And then it's also easy to transfer them with the X. So I'm going to set that right there and roll my second one. And again, stab with the bamboo skewers in an X pattern. And that one's going to hold up well too. Now the last step is to get your olive oil spray and just lightly coat the chicken breast. And since you've done it in an X, you can pick up the bottom and spray those too. That'll give you a nice golden brown finish. And then you're ready to pop them into a 350-degree oven for about 25 minutes. Now I've got my chicken breast out of the oven. I wound up having to cook them actually for 25 minutes because the breasts were a little thick. As you can see, they're standing up great with the stuffing still in the center. And if you're trying to be fancy and you want to gussy this up a little bit, go ahead and slide some lettuce leaves or some parsley or some basil underneath. As you can see, it looks great. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision. So thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure and see what we have ready for you guys to cook next week.